The December 9th, 2025 meeting of the Board of Zoning Appeals will come to order. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Yes, Mr. Garrett,
Here.
Mr. Cassidy,
Here.
Mr. Clark,
Here.
Ms. Soviar,
Here.
Mr. Martin,
Here.
Mr. Bradburn, all are present.
Thank you. Our first order is to approve the meeting minutes. I will ask for a approval of the minutes from November 12th, 2025 and November 17th, 2025.
Approve. I move we approve the minutes for November 12th and November 17th, 2025.
Second. I have a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion is carried, so meeting minutes are approved. In old business, we have a petition that has been asked to be moved to the January meeting. So we will skip that due to the petitioner's request. Mr. Secretary, would you please bring us up to speed on the first order of new business?
Yes, first item for new business is BZA 2025-21, 7-Eleven Speedway LLC. And they are looking for a special exception for vehicle fuel sales. This is a petition by 7-Eleven seeking special exception to use to allow fuel sales at the Business Highway Airport Compatibility Overlay, the Racetrack Overlay District. The petition is for a property located at 3901 North Michigan Road, approximately 8.1 acres in size.
Thank you. Would the petitioner please approach the podium, speak your name for the record, and tell us about your project?
Eric Carter with Y Engineers representing 7-Eleven. Good, but next slide. Go to the next slide. Oh. Yeah. So, good evening. Site located is shown there in blue. Can I?
Yeah, it's on.
Okay. They're bound by North Michigan Road, I-74 and County Road 400 North. This shows our overall site plan. As staff indicated, we had previously shown parking spaces for the trucks. That's been taken out. This was approved back in around 2020. 7-Eleven bought Speedway, put everything on hold, the Indiana market. So they're slowly coming back online. We have one in New Haven that just started construction a few months ago. So hopefully this will be the second. We'll see. We're showing 5 commercial fueling lanes, 7 auto fueling, which is 14 fueling positions. Right in, right out for the auto. That's another thing that had changed since the last approval. It was a full access. Staff has requested to build a median on North Michigan Road, which we've agreed to. And then the full access to the left there is for trucks and auto. And we've got the fueling tanks to the left of the convenience store. Dumpster location is between the two. This is not operated as like a pilot truck stop. There's no showers. There's no full scale restaurant. Speedway operates as a gas and go, fuel and go. And we've shrunk down the site a little bit since last time to help with mitigating truck parking. I know that's a recommendation to not have it. So we've squeezed up areas where we could. If they start parking, there's going to be issues. The next overview of the elevations. So it's quite different from what you've seen last time in speedways around Indiana. This is the Gen 2 7-Eleven prototype for commercial fueling lanes, and a little bit of a change that you see around here. So there's a lot of these down in Texas and Tennessee and other areas. So we're bringing this to the Indiana market here. Side elevation here. Now this will be a speedy cafe. I know there's several cafes around Indiana. I don't know if you've been to them, but more made fresh now, but not your typical restaurant mentioned. And then the canopy, we've agreed to do brick wrap, little enhancement to the site. And then the dumpster enclosure. And then the ground mount sign, which we meet code, got two of those, one on 400 and one on North Michigan Road. We can show it on the site plan when we're back to it here. And then the high rise, which we're asking for the special use for the square footage and allowing it site. And we meet code for lighting. So these next two slides are just showing how the lights are set up. Little night sky there. What we're here for, the Board of Zoning Appeals. Brief overview of the project. So the special exception for the fuel cells and the special exception for the pole sign, we agree with staff comments, conditions for the fuel cells, no truck parking, putting signs up. And we feel that this, it's not detrimental to the health, safety, welfare of the public. The tanks are double walled, meet current city, state, federal regulations. And then then we got 4 variances we'll go through here in a minute. First variance is the truck width. So we got showing there, this is generated by AutoKern, which shows the trucks entering the site and exiting the site. So we did have it a little narrower, but working with staff on the safety and adding the decel lane, that widened it slightly a little bit more than what we had originally asked for. Seemed to be okay with it, so. Next one, and then the pole sign. Again, it's to draw traffic off the interstate safely. We're slightly smaller than the existing pilot out there. I think I calculated they're about 600 square feet. So we got that. And then I think we skipped one. The incidental signs. Yep. So Speedway 7-Eleven, typically for trucks, they have 32 square feet, for the ones that have the truck sign on it. This is pretty much the same as what we submitted before. We submitted the lowest 8 square foot that they had in their standards. Those Speedway standards transferred over to 7-Eleven, so we're requesting 8 square feet versus the 6 that's required. And it's again comparable to the pilot next door. This will get trucks making sure they go into the right entrance and exit and. Yeah. And then the foundation plantings. So with most gas stations, you want safety, you want clear view from the store to the fueling. In case there's an issue, emergency, they've got an emergency stop inside the building and there's a couple more outside, but. So we requested to move the trees outside of the requirement. We do show more landscaping than we typically do not have around these stores, but especially the trees, wanted to move them outside. So just for safety, health, safety and welfare of the public. And then we're back to the site plan. If you got any questions, I'm here to answer.
Okay, thank you. We'll start with some questions from the board. Start, Mr. Garrett.
In your brief, it sounds like you're well aware of the conditions that we're imposing.
Yes.
Okay, just want to make sure. That was it.
Mr. Cassidy.
One, a statement, and two, a question more for the staff. I appreciate this. I don't think we've ever seen a presentation that showed us the night lighting and how it would look, but two, it shows only one handicap. Do they need more than one handicap parking?
We can follow up and confirm that. I believe,
Up to 25.
I didn't
yeah,
look.
25 requires one. I don't know how many you have.
25.
Okay.
That was the only,
Yeah, we can verify that. I believe it's correct, but
okay,
yeah, we'll follow up.
good enough. Very nice. Thank you.
Ms. Sobiar,
No questions.
Mr. Martin,
No questions.
Mr. Bradburn.
Just a comment. I appreciate the modification to accommodate for, or to discourage rather, overnight parking. Appreciate that. And then location of the pole sign, I was looking for that on the site plan.
Yeah.
It,
It's in the back there to the north side of the top side of the.
So close to 74, the Interstate 74.
So
Gotcha.
you can see that little drive that goes off the concrete pavement there. It's right there.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Thank you.
Thank you. I have no questions. This is very well presented, in my opinion. So if there are no more questions from the board, I'll close those questions and open it to the public. If anyone from the public should wish to speak, please come up, state your name for the record, and sorry.
Christian Rawlings, Addison Time, just quick clarification question on the branding. Looked to me like the convenience store and the fuel was Speedway and then just the diesel was 7-Eleven. I understand the same company. I just wanted to make sure I understood which was branded which. So
Same branding?
It's Speedway.
All right, thank you. Are there any other questions from the public? Seeing no one wishing to speak, I'll close public comment and we will take these variances one at a time for the vote. And for the motion, each one. So we are ready for a motion on the first requested variance.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the requested special exception to allow fuel sales imposing the proposed conditions in accordance with the documents submitted pursuant to the findings of fact presented in the planning staff's report.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Please cast your ballot for BZA 2025-21.
Okay, the vote for BZA 2025-21. Mr. Cassidy votes yes. Mr. Garrett votes yes. Ms. Soviar votes yes. Mr. Clark votes yes. Mr. Bradburn votes yes. And Mr. Martin votes yes. So that one passes 6-0.
Excellent, thank you. So we will entertain a motion on the second variance requested.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the requested special exception to use a permit pole sign in accordance with our staff and findings.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Please cast your ballot for BZA 2025-22.
Tally of the vote for PC 2025-22. Mr. Garrett votes yes. Mr. Cassidy votes yes. Mr. Clark votes yes. Mrs. Soviar votes yes. Mr. Bradburn votes yes. And Mr. Martin votes yes. So that one passes 6-0.
Thank you. The last variance requested from this petitioner is split into 4 separate statements. So if anyone would entertain, or I would entertain a motion on those.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the requested developmental standards variance from UDO 5.58-Q-3-C to allow a pole sign with an area up to 500 square feet in accordance with the document submitted pursuant to the findings and facts presented in the planning staff's report.
I have a motion and a second. Please cast your ballot for BZA 2025-23A.
For each one you said?
Yes.
This is the tally of the vote for BZA 2025 dash.
Not yet, waiting on me. All right, I did it all in one thing.
Yeah, keep tripping over my tongue.
There's. There you go. Wait on me.
Again, this is the tally for BZA 2025-23A. Ms. Soviar votes yes. Mr. Garrett votes yes. Mr. Cassidy votes yes. Mr. Clark votes yes. Mr. Martin votes yes. And Mr. Bradburn votes yes. So that was also passed 6-0.
Thank you. I think we're ready for a motion on BZA 2025-23B.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the requested development standards variance from UDO 5.62 to allow increase in incidental freestanding signs with an area of up to 8 square feet in area in accordance with the document submitted pursuant to the finding of fact presented in the planning staff's report.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Please cast your ballot for BZA 2025-23B.
The outcome of the vote on, PC 2025-23B for incidental freestanding signs. We have Mr. Garrett votes yes, Mr. Cassidy votes yes, Ms. Soviar votes yes, Mr. Bradburn votes yes, Mr. Martin votes yes, and Mr. Clark votes yes. So that passes 6-0.
Thank you. Now for the third variance, BZA 2025-C.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the requested developmental standards variance from UDO 5.15-B to allow an increased maximum driveway width in accordance with the document submitted pursuant to the findings and fact presented in the planning staff's report.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Please cast your ballot for BZA 2025-C.
The result of the vote on BZA 2025-23C, non-residential driveway standards. Mr. Cassidy did not vote. Mr. Carter votes yes. Mr. Bradburn votes yes. Mr. Martin votes yes. Mrs. Soviar votes yes. Mr. Clark votes yes. And Mr. Cassidy votes yes. So this also passes 6-0.
Thank you. Now for the final section of this variance, D.
I'll make a motion to approve the requested development standard variance from UDO 5.32, landscape standards and foundation plantings to allow the required foundation trees to be planted located elsewhere on the property in accordance with the documents as submitted in the finding of facts.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Please cast your ballot for BZA 2025-23D.
All right, the outcome of BZA 2025-23 vote. Section D for foundation plantings, we have Mr. Cassidy votes yes. Mr. Garrett votes yes. Mr. Clark votes yes. Ms. Soviar votes yes. Mr. Martin votes yes. And Mr. Bradburn votes yes. So that also passes 6-0.
Thank you. Good luck with the project. Like this one sign up for all four.
No, there's 4 separate. Sorry about that.
I need one more. Thing. I need 4 from this one. Sorry, thank you. Three on this one.
I believe we're ready for the last petitioner.
All right, our last petition on your new business is BZA 2025-24, Circle K Max Convenience Store for development, excuse me, site development variance. Petition by Circle K Max Convenience Store LLC is seeking 3 variances to allow the construction of a Circle K convenience store with a fueling center for passenger and commercial vehicles at 2905 East State Road 44. The requested variances are from the following sections of the Unified Development Ordinance. We have number A from 515-B, non-residential driveway standards. The second one under B is UDO 532A-1-A, non-residential landscape standards. And the final is C, is from UDO 5.09-C-3-G, commercial standard customer entrances and internal sidewalk systems.
Thank you. Would the petitioner please approach the podium, speak your name for the record, and tell us about this project?
Yes, sir. My name is Jimmy White. I'm with Circle K. I am the development manager on this project. This project is actually an existing and operating location for us right now today. It's one of our poorest and oldest assets within the Circle K company. And we would like to reinvest and obviously raise and rebuild this project to make it a nicer, more consumer-friendly project. We've been working on this for several years. I'm glad to be at this point. We've been round and round with DOT on some access issues and several other things. So one of the things you'll notice if you are familiar with this project is one of the access points has been removed that is closest to the interstate. That's for safety purposes. As far as the variances, the increase in the driveway, so everything you see here is very similar to what you just saw with 7-Eleven. Driveway for safety purposes, getting trucks on and off the property. turning radiuses. We don't like having those conflicts with cars and trucks. If a truck's trying to come out as a car's trying to come in, the wider that driveway is, the safer it is, obviously. The second variance is going to be the landscaping variance in the, I forget what you called it, in the foundation area. Yeah, we've just got so much conduit and everything else that is in that area running to the pumps in both directions that plants will interfere with and erode those conduits. So we're not requesting to do away with it. We're just requesting to relocate it. And then I think the final one is the canopy on the back door. I think and forgive me, our engineer had trouble getting on tonight, so this is a more technical thing for me as far as the canopy. But I think we're good with the front, the 10 feet in every direction. We're requesting to bring it down to 6 feet in the back because it's a single door. It's not going to get as much traffic in and out that back door as your front door is going to get. 80% of your consumers are coming through that front door, which will be double doors. And we're good with the 10 feet in all directions there. So,
All right, thank you.
yes, sir. Thank you.
If you want to stay at the podium,
Okay.
we'll have the questions from the board, and then we'll have questions from the public if they so wish.
Yes, sir.
So I'll start with Mr. Bradburn.
Sorry, wasn't ready. Wasn't ready. Yeah, so clarification, I'm confused relevant to the awning, right? The customer entrance. Like, so this, I'm reading the staff recommendation to read approval for a depth reduction from 6 feet to 3 feet 6 inches. And then the width requirement to remain enforced. So what are you proposing for that? We're talking about the back door, right?
Back door.
Yeah.
I think the width is 10 feet. Is that correct? And forgive me if I'm wrong. Width is 10 feet. We're requesting to bring that down to 6 feet per single door.
Okay. The width, so the depth, we're keeping the same. We're satisfying the ordinance with the depth. Is that correct?
That is my understanding. Yes.
Which would be 6 feet.
Yeah, and I believe at tech review, the conversation was that the depth couldn't be increased because of the structure of the building. From that 3 foot 6 inches to the 6 feet. So I just want to make sure.
That I'm not 100% sure of,
Okay.
and my engineer was having trouble getting on tonight, so.
We probably default to the tech meeting consensus there, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
My thought in knowing that we don't have the engineer on the call might be to keep that 3 foot 6 inch for that back door.
Right.
And then whatever the board wants to do width wise, I think would be fine. Thank you.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, no further questions right now. Thank you.
Mr. Martin,
No questions.
Ms. Sobiar,
No question.
Mr. Cassidy.
Overnight parking, you're doing away with that?
No, we post signs, no overnight parking. We don't allow it.
Okay. Thank you. So
Mr. Garrett.
Yeah, I just want to make sure I have it correct in the site, but am I seeing 20 pumps? Correct? Is that correct?
No. We've got 6 pumps out front and we have 2.5 lanes, that's escape lane on the outside, half lane on the inside, 3.5 lanes.
3.5 lanes.
So you've got 3.5 diesel lanes, and then you've got 6 pumps out front.
Okay, so they're not double pumps.
No,
Okay.
no. And one thing I forgot to mention when I was describing this project, one of the things we had to work through is, if you are familiar with that, there's a Duke Energy easement that runs diagonally through that property. So this is about the only way we can set this thing up and meet every ordinance, so to say. So, which is one of the reasons our engineers have been working on it for over 2 years.
That was all I had.
All right. I think this was pretty well presented as well. So I have no questions. So I will close questions from the board and open it to the public if anyone of the public would wish to speak. Seeing no one, I will close public comment and we are ready for, we will do this in the same manner. Each individual section of this variance.
So a motion. I'd like to make a motion to approve the requested development standard variance from UDO 5.15 to allow an increase in the maximum width of the 3 driveway entrances to 60 feet in accordance with the documents submitted pursuant to the findings of the facts.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Please cast your ballot for BZA 2025-24A.
Sorry, dude.
The result of the vote for BZA 2025-24A, non-residential driveway standards. Mr. Garrett votes yes. Mr. Cassidy votes yes. Mr. Martin votes yes. Mr. Bradburn votes yes. Ms. Soviar votes yes. And Mr. Clark votes yes. So that passes 6-0.
Thank you. So we'll move on to section B.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the requested developmental standards variance for UDO 5.32-A.1.A landscaping standards foundation plantings to allow for the required foundation tree plantings to be located elsewhere on the property in accordance with the documents submitted pursuant to the findings and facts presented in the planning class staff's report.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Please cast your ballot for BZA 2025-24B.
Result of the vote for 2025-24B, non-residential landscape standards. Mr. Cassidy votes yes. Mr. Garrett votes yes. Mr. Clark votes yes. Mr. Bradburn votes yes. Mr. Martin votes yes. And Ms. Soviar votes yes as well. That passes 6-0.
Thank you. And we're ready for the final section of this variance.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the requested development standards variance from BDO 509.C.H, commercial standards, sidewalk customer entrance to allow the depth of the canopies to be reduced to 3 feet, 6 inches minimum in accordance with the documents submitted pursuant to the findings of fact presented in the planning staff's report.
I have a motion and a second. Please cast your ballot for BZA 2025-24C.
This is the tally of the vote, the result for BZA 2025-24C for customer entrances and internal sidewalk systems. And we have Mr. Cassidy votes yes. Mr. Garrett votes yes. Mrs. Soviar votes yes. Mr. Bradburn votes yes. Mr. Clark votes yes. And Mr. Martin votes yes, so that also passes 6-0.
Thank you. Good luck with your project.
You have a timetable?
As soon as possible.
Fair enough.
I think we'll be back here next week for, meeting next week as well. Of course.
We'll see you next week then.
So one thing I would like to do is address the students in the room. I think Mr. Bradburn would be all right if I requested that you come up and at least introduce yourself at the podium one at a time to gain the credit that you're after.
Hi, my name is Logan Reinhardt. My name is Ed Naughton, and I'm here researching our local government processes for Mr. Bradburn's AP government class.
Thank you.
My name is Deuce Bosher. I'm here representing Mr. Bradburn's AP government class.
Thank you.
I'm Kenneth Wright, and you'll probably see me around with more. Because my dad is trying to approve a building project. Down Michigan Road. Rudy knows me pretty well. I'm around here a lot.
Yeah, I saw that
We've heard-
agenda item
we've
on
heard
the
from
old
you.
business. I wondered if you were representing your dad as the petitioner.
No,
tonight.
I was,
No, okay, you're my student tonight. Gotcha.
yeah, just
Okay.
pursue.
Thank you very much.
See ya.
So the next order is discussion. What are we speaking about?
We will be following up with an email, but in January is when we normally have our joint Plan Commission BZA annual meeting. That is typically the same evening as the regular Plan Commission meeting, which looking at a calendar would be January 26th. But once we finalize that, especially a time, we'll send that out so that we can get that on everyone's calendars. But that's for some of our newer members, that's the only meeting we typically have throughout the year that is both Plan Commission and BZA. We get together and kind of review the previous year's cases and talk through what worked, what didn't work. And kind of as a group, do that. And occasionally, if we have time, we'll do some training too. So, and we feed you for that one. But we will follow up with an email confirming that date and time.
I want the record to reflect that Adam said he will feed us.
I didn't promise it would be great, but we will feed you.
This is on the record now, so.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you for attending.
Motion to adjourn.
Thank you, everybody.
Yes.
Goes in the scrap pile. Nice. That one, is that all dead stuff?
This is.
Yeah.
Some.
That's a big,
You keep that.
Yeah.